Have you ever felt worn out, lost, or even hurt by the people around you? Life is full of challenges, and sometimes those challenges come from the people we see every day. One of the greatest Stoic philosophers, Seneca, said that part of being happy is choosing your friends wisely. In this video, we'll look at 13 types of people that Stoicism says we should stay away from to protect our peace and happiness in life. But before we go any further, if you're ready and willing to take on this challenge, please leave a message below saying "ready for the challenge." This will show us that you are ready to join us on this amazing journey. Type 1. The Naysayer. Imagine you are painting a picture where each stroke represents a dream or goal you want to achieve. But while you are painting, someone walks in and quickly says they don't believe in your dream. These people may unintentionally spread doubt and negativity, which makes us question ourselves and the path we have chosen. However, Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Remember that you have the power to choose how you react. Instead of feeling hurt or angry, turn these situations into chances to grow stronger." For example, when you're talking to a skeptic, you could ask them to help you come up with solutions instead of just listening to your criticisms. More importantly, we need to learn how to tell the difference between helpful feedback and negative talk that isn't needed. As long as we know how to listen and sort through them, every piece of advice, no matter how doubtful or negative it seems, holds the seeds of new knowledge. Finally, keep in mind that everyone's life path is a unique painting that only they can finish. Don't let the doubters paint your dreams in shades of gray. Instead, be strong in your decisions and use every challenge as a way to go further and higher on your creative journey. Type 2. The Complainer. As we go through life, we'll come across and interact with people who are always unhappy and complain about everything from small things like the weather to bigger problems at work or in restaurants. You might be wondering, does this negativity really affect me? The answer is, without a doubt, yes. Constant negativity from complaints can wear down our mental strength like a stone being whetted over and over again. But using the teachings of Stoicism, we are reminded to focus on actions and solutions that matter instead of getting caught up in the whirlpool of problems and complain. Imagine working on a project with someone who always finds something bad to say at every meeting. Instead of seeing it as a chance to progress, turns into a court of bad things. The result is that the group's faith and motivation drop, and you may start to question your own worth and the worth of your pursuits. To deal with complainers, we have a few choices. First, try to avoid contact with them as much as possible. If that's not possible, keep your mind off of what they're saying by picturing them as a loud but harmless thunderstorm. If you know how to shelter yourself, you can also try to change the subject or steer the conversation toward solutions. It was Marcus Aurelius who said that power comes from within, not from outside events. Realizing this will make you stronger. This teaching tells us to keep our own peace so that other people's bad behavior can't pull us off the path of virtue and resiliency. You don't have to dread conversations with complainers. Instead, look at them as chances to practice patience, kindness, and wisdom. Remember that your strength isn't in being able to control everything that happens around you, but in how you choose to react. By focusing on solutions, you not only help yourself, but you also help the complainer see that there is a way out of every problem. Stoicism teaches us not only how to deal with problems, but also how important it is to keep our spirits clear of the mists of negativity. By practicing restraint, calmness, and seeking solutions, we not only get past the people who complain, but we also become stronger and more caring in our own eyes and the eyes of others. Finally, remember Marcus Aurelius' words, "You have control over your mind, not external events." This shows how important it is to pick how we feel and react to every situation. No matter how many negative people come into our lives, we can still keep the flame of belief and positivity alive inside us. Type 3. The Drama Queen. We often sail through calm seas, but sometimes we face dramatic storms where we meet people who are known as drama magnets. These people are always in the middle of chaos and endless conflicts, dragging anyone near them into a whirlpool of bad feelings and relationships. At first, their charisma may come from an outwardly happy and passionate personality, but soon you'll realize that being close to them is like navigating your ship through a rough sea. Solutions. If someone is a drama magnet, we can listen to them without always offering solutions right away. Sometimes repeating what they say and helping them understand their own feelings and thoughts may be the best way to help them without getting involved in the problem. At the same time, we need to learn how to protect our own time and space so that we don't get stuck in pointless or repetitive situations that we can't get out of. One way to do this is to set clear limits, like turning off our phones. As you take time for personal growth and meditation, remember that Serena's words, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without worrying about the future." This is especially true for drama lovers. Learn to live in the present and not let unneeded drama affect your life. When we wisely avoid and get past the drama magnets, we not only find peace in our lives, but also become an inspiration to those around us. By standing firm and not letting ourselves get sucked into unworthy whirlwinds, we show off our mental strength and independence, creating a positive and healthy environment. Finally, remember what the Stoics said: the value of time is immeasurable spending. Self-improvement and healthy relationships give us inner strength and true joy. By refusing to get involved in pointless dramas, we not only protect our spirit, but also allow for growth and progress in life. Let us be skilled navigators who stay away from rough waters and move forward with a peaceful soul and a loving heart. The fourth type is the toxic optimist. Each person's life will have ups and downs, just like a yard has both flowers and weeds. Among us, there are people we call toxic positivists who want us to only see the roses and ignore the thorns. They tell us to just smile. Be happy even though our hearts are breaking. Their advice, while meant to help, makes us feel ignored and unimportant when we're dealing with them. We don't have to hide how we really feel. A wise Stoic taught that happiness is not denying pain, but accepting and fully experiencing all of life's ups and downs. When you hear "just be happy" advice from a toxic positivist, remember that true strength lies in recognizing and embracing all of your emotions, from joy to sorrow. This not only helps you understand yourself better, but it's also the first step to healing and personal growth. Remember, a rich garden has more than just roses, but a diversity of plants, as well as both sunlight and rain. It is the balance, acceptance, and gratitude for everything life brings, whether joy or challenges, that truly constitutes the value of happiness. Continue to nurture your soul's garden, allowing every emotion to exist and flourish, and you will find your life enriched and colorful. Type 5. The Perpetual Victim. In the game of life, each of us is a player who can control our own fate through our moves. However, some people see themselves as victims of the game and always find reasons in the board, the pieces, or even the opponent to explain why they can't move. These people always think they are at the mercy of fate's crossroads. People in the game of life are always facing real problems and unfair situations, but using these problems as a shield for inertia keeps us from being able to improve and grow. When we come across a victim, it's best not to jump into thoughtless rescue, but to show them compassion and help them see always remember that you are not a victim in life's game. You are the player who can change the course of the game with intelligence and determination. Marcus Aurelius gave us wise advice that reminds us that facing problems without becoming the aggressor is the highest victory. Fate isn't a river that flows through us. It's an ocean that we can explore with the rudder and sails in our hands. Use your knowledge and courage to keep growing as a person, not as a bystander, but as a master of the game of life. Write 6 articles in the journey of life that others do not appreciate. Every moment of ours is a precious note that unites existence in the symphony. But sometimes we encounter the time of vampires, unintentionally or knowingly. We are away from these precious moments that emerge as our friends' desire for our time and brings expectations, and our attention gradually destroys it. And to keep our time intact, we apply the Harmony Pomodoro technology that we have created without sparing. Is a simple way to focus and innovate while working nonstop. When we create a level of protection, our melodies protect from sudden illnesses that result in death through social relationships. We learn to say no to unnecessary invitations. Not only helps us protect our precious time, but also means respect and prioritization. As Seneca emphasizes, the moment we have is always. It is an irreplaceable part of life, and we must make the most of our lives and our artwork. And we are artists who choose how to paint each stroke, avoiding time and the work of vampires, not allowing it. They destroy the creation of the soul that you have patiently built. They hold the baton, directing you in the direction you choose to create your life. The symphony has meaning and connects where each note is played with passion and purpose. The tool is Type 7. Our lives are like a movie, and we're the main characters navigating through a script full of color and challenge. In the soundtrack of life, there are people who quietly change our tunes in ways we don't always notice until our melodies are distorted. These people are like phantoms, subtly directing our steps to their own ends using sweet words, emotions, or even lies to get what they want. When this happens, we need to stand firm and strong. As Epictetus pointed out, saying, "I understand you," or "I can't help," over and over again, can be a strong reaction. More importantly, learning to set limits and refuse in a soft but firm way will protect the music in your life. We can't change our circumstances, but we can always choose how to react to them. Don't let anyone tell you what to do with your life. Remember that you write your own story through your choices and actions. Don't let manipulators write the chapters of your life. Tell your story through your values and decisions. Be strong and lead your life in the direction you want it to go. Always remember that you are the director of your own life story. Type 8. Selfish people. In our life journey, we will meet and interact with many different types of people. The 8th type is the selfish person. These people usually only care about themselves and don't care about other people's feelings, needs, or growth. They see help and contributions from others as entitlements and don't feel the need to reciprocate or show gratitude. Dealing with or interacting with them leaves us feeling drained. Being tough. An old philosophy says that the real value of life is not in getting things, but in giving them away, not just to ourselves, but also to our community and society as a whole. Caring for others, showing empathy, and helping are not only moral things to do, but they can also help you develop virtues like patience and tolerance. When we're around selfish people, we shouldn't let ourselves feel down or like we've lost something. ISM stresses keeping your mind and heart strong and at peace. We learn how to accept and deal with every challenge with calmness and resolve. We also learn that not every interaction will lead to positive results right away, but that sticking to our principles and personal values is what matters most. Meeting selfish people also gives us a chance to think about our relationships and how we can make a difference in the world. We learn not only how to shield ourselves from negative people, but also how to deal with them when we do. Type 9. The negative man. People who are pessimistic tend to see everything through a dark lens, always predicting bad outcomes and never seeing the bright side of anything. Their pessimism isn't just a personal view, it can also have a negative effect on those around them, spreading a heavy atmosphere that makes it harder to see and hope for a bright future. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that talks about such people. To keep from falling into the negative spiral of pessimism, we need to keep an upbeat attitude and believe in ourselves and the future. We need to develop a strong mind by looking for the good things and opportunities for growth. Each of us can be an example to other people, sharing stories of success, helping each other get through hard times, and finding meaning and joy in every part of life. Also, recognizing and appreciating the good things around us every day through gratitude practice is an effective way to fight pessimism. When our minds are full of positive thoughts, negativity naturally has less room to reside. In the end, pessimism can be a challenge, but it also gives us a chance to strengthen our inner resilience, become better at facing and getting past problems so that we and others can have a brighter and happier future. Chet type. The careless people with this personality type don't like to take responsibility for their actions and instead blame others or bad luck when things don't go as planned. This makes things harder for those around them and also stops them from growing and improving. Not wanting to admit and take responsibility for mistakes or failures is a big obstacle on the way to becoming more self-aware and growing as a person. Stoicism, an old school of thought, tells us how important it is to take responsibility for our mistakes and learn from them. This way of thinking says that taking responsibility for our actions and choices is the key to growing up and really knowing ourselves. Taking responsibility not only means facing results with courage, but it also means opening up chances to learn how to solve problems and feel more empathy for others. Anyone who takes responsibility can do these things. Part of growing as a person is learning to recognize and accept your part in every situation, whether you succeed or fail. To do this, you need to be self-aware and able to criticize yourself. Look at things clearly and understand that each choice has its own results. Taking responsibility is also an important part of growing as a person and a key part of being a good leader. It helps us gain the respect and trust of others, which is important for building healthy relationships at work and in our personal lives. Type 11. People who are insecure and often feel that way carry a heavy mental load. They constantly question their worth and abilities and look for acceptance and affirmation from others. This dependence not only hurts their independence and self-confidence, but it can also hurt those around them because constantly giving empathy and affirmation is a task that takes a lot of time and energy. It's important to find inner strength and boost self-esteem. This doesn't mean separating ourselves or turning down help and support from others. It means learning how to stand strong on our own without needing approval or judgment from others. When dealing with people who are insecure, we need to be patient and fully understand them. Instead of just giving them external validation, we should encourage them to take part in the process of self-development, which will help them see and believe in their own worth and abilities through their actions and choices. This includes getting them to set personal goals, take small but important steps toward meeting those goals, and slowly boost their confidence and self-esteem. Understanding and loving yourself takes time and effort. People who are constantly feeling insecure can change how they see themselves and boost their confidence by practicing self-love, setting personal goals, being disciplined, and doing activities that are good for their mental and physical health. With time and the right support, you can help someone who is constantly feeling insecure. Patience and the right encouragement can help them realize and harness their inner value. By doing so, they can learn to live more independently, free from the need for others' validation, and build a solid foundation for their self-confidence and self-respect. Type 12. The indifferent people who are indifferent often show care or commitment, but only half-heartedly. They never really put their all into a goal, project, or relationship, and they often change their minds or directions without warning. This kind of behavior can leave behind unfinished projects and relationships that aren't developed, which can hurt others. Stoicism is an old school of thought that stresses how important it is to live a good life where loyalty and consistency are important. This way of thinking says that everything we do and say should show that we are sincere and fully invested in our job, our personal relationships, and our social connections. Indifference not only holds us back personally, but it also hurts those around us. When we can't count on someone to care or commit, relationships can become weak and lack deep connection. At work, not sticking with something can cause tasks to go unfinished and chances to overcome indifference to be missed. We need to become more self-aware and take care of ourselves and others. This means making a list of your personal ideals and goals and committing to doing what you need to do to reach them. Setting clear goals. Making detailed action plans and renewing your commitment to them can help fight the urge to not care. Regular self-reflection can also help, going over what has been done and what needs to be done. Getting better is an important part of becoming consistent. Sometimes we forget that the things we do and the decisions we make have an effect on other people as well. Type 13. The debater, Deb. The person who is debating usually looks for or makes his arguments not to help others understand or find the truth, but just to show they are right and make others feel bad. They usually aren't interested in learning or growing as a person. They just want to stand out and be noticed. Challenging and refuting others' points of view can make it hard for everyone to work together or socialize, because it makes people feel stressed and uncomfortable. Stoicism teaches us to listen and learn from others. This school of thought tells us to go into every discussion or debate with an open mind, ready to accept and think about different points of view without having to win every argument. This not only helps us grow as people, but it also makes us better communicators and helps us build good relationships with others. When debate is done with the goal of finding the truth and understanding, it can be a powerful tool for learning and growth. But when it's used to promote oneself and force one's own views on others, it leads to negativity and loss. It is important to know the point of each debate and always respect other people's opinions, even if we don't agree with them. In our look at the 13 types of people we meet in life, from the IEPC to the debater, we've looked into the complicated nature of human behavior and the philosophical advice that Stoicism offers. These insights not only help us deal with other people, but they also help us grow as people and understand others better. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Question: have you ever met these kinds of people? If so, how did you deal with them? What did you learn from them? Your stories and points of view make our community stronger, encourage a better understanding of the complex web of human interactions. If you want to find more philosophical wisdom, useful tips on how to improve yourself, or just inspiration, don't forget to watch the other videos on our channel. It has a lot of content that is meant to help you on your way to a happier, more fulfilling life. Subscribe and share with your friends. Share and subscribe to get our newest posts, and join our growing community of people who want to learn more about wisdom, knowledge, and the art of living well. Let's keep going on this trip of discovery, learning, and growth. Thanks for watching, and see you in next video.